All right, so let's see what cardinal number is, and then we'll see different types of sets. Okay, so what is the cardinal number? Cardinal number gives the number of elements or number of members present in that particular set. Okay, that is called the cardinal number of the set. So the cardinal number of a set is the number of elements in it. So if set A has 5 elements, its cardinal number is 5, and we represent it by writing n of A. How do you read this? N of A. N म्हणायचं नाही. N of A. म्हणजे cardinal number of set A is 5 because it contains 5 members or 5 elements in it. Okay. If set B is set of even natural numbers less than 10, then we can write set B as 2, 4, 6 set, correct? Less than 10, that means we should not include 10. 2, 4, 6 set येणार आहे, 10 येणार नाही, right? So how many elements are present in set B? Only 4. So n of B is 4. Okay. Suppose, this is very tricky. Suppose if B is 0, that doesn't mean that B doesn't contain anything. 0 आहे म्हणजे एक तरी एलिमेंट आहे ना त्याच्यामध्ये. 0 itself is an element. 0 doesn't mean that B is equal to 0. See, set is not a number. Set is not a variable which can be assigned a value. Okay, set ला value नसती. Set मध्ये elements असतात. So when I say B is a set of 0, so 0 is the only element present in set B. That means n of B is 1. It is still 1, it's not 0. Are you getting the point? Correct? Let's see the types of sets. Okay. First is finite set. What does that mean? That it contains countable number of elements or finite limited number of elements in it. It's not infinite. Okay, you can write its cardinal number by counting the number of elements present in the set. Okay, that is called as a finite set. For example, set of natural numbers between 10 and 15. 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, n of s is 4. Then p is equal to set of numbers 0, 1, 2, up to 20. Okay, so this can also be written in the set builder form or rule method as x such that x belongs to set of whole numbers. I told you W is reserved later for set of whole numbers, and x is less than or equal to 20. So there is a condition that x cannot be greater than 20, but it can be less than or equal to 20. Whole numbers start with 0, so we get 0 to 20 numbers. So n of p is 21, not 20. Remember, 20 nahi hai, 21 hai, because 0 is also counted as the member. These are called finite sets. Or when I say set of days in a week, it is a finite set. Set of colors in a rainbow, it is a finite set. Okay. Or set of students in your class who scored more than 80%. That is a finite set. Now, second, infinite set. What is the infinite set? Uncountable number of elements are there, or unlimited number of elements are there. Okay, this is called as an infinite set. So, for example, set of prime numbers. We don't know how many prime numbers exist because we don't know how many numbers exist. Okay, so when I say set of natural numbers, set of whole numbers, set of integers, set of prime numbers, set of multiples of 3, or set of rational numbers, set of real numbers, okay, set of all stars in the universe, infinitely many. We cannot count them. So these are all infinite sets. Or maybe this one also. Set B is such that x belongs to natural numbers and x is greater than or equal to 21. That means we start with 21 and we go towards positive infinity. So there are infinitely many natural numbers greater than 21. This is infinite set. And third is empty set, or also called as null set. It is denoted by the letter phi. Phi म्हणू नका, phi म्हणतात. This is a Greek letter. Okay, जसं alpha, beta, gamma, theta असे असतात ना, we are going to use them in higher studies in physics and maths as well. तर तसं हा फाय लेटर आहे. ओके, असं झिरो काढायचा आणि असं त्याला कट करायचं. ओके, स्लॅश करायचं. दॅट इज कॉल्ड फाय. So that is the symbol used to denote an empty set or a null set. Now remember, empty set can also be denoted by two curly brackets like this. This is called empty set or null set. If you place 0, this is not an empty set now. This is a finite set. Okay? त्याला finite set म्हणायचा. आता 0 आला की तो empty set राहत नाही, because 0 itself is an element. We saw that a few minutes ago, right? So this is empty set. So nothing is present there. For example, let me tell you. All natural numbers less than 1, empty set, because no natural number is less than 1. All whole numbers which are negative, because no whole number is negative. Are you getting the point? तर हे सगळे empty sets आहेत. ओके, कळतंय नक्की? For infinite set we give dots, so it suggests that there are infinitely many members in it. Okay, examples of empty set: let A be a set in which a man of age more than 400 years could be included. We have no idea if any human being can live up to 400 years, correct? Or maybe more than that. Nothing. We don't have any data, so we can say it's an empty set. Triangles with 4 sides, impossible, right? Triangles always has 3 sides. That's why it's called as a triangle. 3 sides, 3 angles. So it is again an empty set. Phi is not equal to curly bracket 0. I told you before that it still contains 0. 0 doesn't mean that it is an empty set. So since 0 is a set with 0 as its element, whereas phi has no element, again set of phi is not equal to set of 0, since both sets have different elements. Here phi is the element itself. Yes, possible. Why? Because we can say set of symbols, Greek symbols, quite possible. Okay, phi asel, alpha, beta, gamma, that is also possible. So don't get confused. Phi only and phi inside the curly brackets are two different things. Only phi is a null, it is the representation of the null set. But phi here represents the element inside the set. Okay, that is the difference. The cardinal number of empty set is 0 because there is no element present in it. So n of phi is always 0. Okay, all right. So disjoint sets. The name itself suggests that the sets have nothing in common. Okay, they have no element, not even a single element common between them, are called disjoint sets. Okay, if we have to represent them with actually they are called Venn diagrams, which are covered in higher standards. So if you have to represent two sets using some geometrical shapes, then you will represent them using separate shapes, maybe circles, but they are not connected to each other in any way. Okay, so there is nothing in common, so they are called disjoint sets. For example, set of A is the set of all even natural numbers, and B is a set of all odd natural numbers. Nothing is common between them. Or you can say set of rational numbers and set of irrational numbers. There is nothing in common between them. Okay, so these are called disjoint sets. Okay, no element common between them. Then joint or overlapping sets. So between two sets, something is common. At least one element is common between them. At least one. Okay. For example, let's say A is a set of multiple of 2. Okay, and B is a set of multiple of 3. Obviously 6 is the, or even 12 is the element which is common between them. Okay, those are called overlapping sets. You can show them by this. This shaded portion is common. Some elements are common between A and B. If at least one element is common also, then we can call them as joint or overlapping sets. Okay. Then equal sets. Try to understand what are equal sets. Equal in the sense all the elements in set A are exactly same in set B. Exactly तसेच्या तसे आले तर ते sets equal असतात. Okay, नाहीतर नाही. So two sets are said to be equal if the elements of both the sets are same. Obviously, number of elements same as येणार आहे. Cardinal number of two equal sets is going to be the same. Okay. So example, if set A is XYZ and set B is last three letters of English alphabet, obviously they are going to be XYZ. Or as seen before, the order is immaterial. If you write ZYX also, that doesn't matter. So it is going to be the same set, equal sets. Clearly, sets A and B have the same elements, and so set A is equal to set B. Okay, सगळे elements same पाहिजेत, nothing extra, nothing less. Then equivalent sets. So try to understand the difference between equal sets and equivalent sets. Equal sets relates to the individual members. Okay, whereas equivalent sets relates only the number of elements, cardinal number. It doesn't tell you what elements are there. Okay, if the cardinal number of the sets is same, then they are called equivalent sets, not equal sets. For example, set A is a set of numbers 3, 6, 9, whereas set B is set of letters, English alphabets ABC. There is nothing in common between them. Obviously, they are disjoint sets, correct? But they are equivalent sets in the sense n of A is 3, cardinal number is 3, and cardinal number of B is also 3. दोन्हीचं 3 आहे, त्यामुळं ते equivalent sets आहेत, but they are not equal. Remember that. Okay. Have you got the difference between equal sets and equivalent sets? Start solving the exercise 13B. Can you tell me the cardinal number of set A? Set of days in a leap year?
366.
Correct. 366. N of B?
12.
Set of numbers on a clock face. Okay, 12. N of C? X to N and X is less than or equal to 7. किती येतील? 7. Right. Natural number. See, what is the set C? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. बरोबर? एवढे set आहे, एवढे elements आहेत. So obviously the cardinal number is going to be 7. We have to include 7, by the way, because it is less than or equal to. Okay. N of D? Set of letters in the word Panipat. We do not have to repeat. A-N-I-T-P.
We have to write the letters once only.
Correct. So cardinal number is 5. What about E?
3.
Correct. Set of prime numbers between 5 and 15. How many are there?
3.
Between hai. So we cannot take 5. Right? Barabar आठवतं?
From then we could take 5.
From 2 म्हटलं तर 5 घेऊ शकतो. 5 cannot be counted. So 7, then 11 and 13. So 3. Correct. Next, N of F. Z म्हणजे integers. Okay, Z is the set of integers. So X is greater than -2. So X can take values -1, 0, then less than or equal to 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many numbers are there? 8. 8 आहेत का 7 आहेत? किती आहेत? 7. 7 आहेत ना?
Oh, sir.
Cardinal number is 7. Okay, what about G? X is a perfect square number, X is a natural number, X is less than or equal to 30. So what is the set G? 1, 4, 9, 16, 25. How many? 5. Type of set, whether it is finite, infinite, or a null set. Natural numbers more than 100.
Infinite. Infinite.
Finite, correct. A is a set of X such that X is an integer between 1 and 2.
Null.
Null. Because there is no integer between 1 and 2. There are fractions or there are rational numbers, infinitely many rational numbers between 1 and 2, but no integer. Okay, what about B?
Finite.
Finite, correct, finite. What about fourth?
Infinite.
Finite.
Infinite. It could be finite, we don't know. But the problem is who is going to count them, who is going to make a record of each and every mountain. Each and every mountain is not named, right? Only the popular or the highest peaks are named, like Mount Everest or K2 or something like that. So असं जर ambiguous वाटलं तर त्याला infinite लिहून टाकायचं. Okay, multiples of 8.
Infinite.
Finite. Even numbers not divisible by 2.
Null
set.
Null. असं होणारच नाही. Even number आणि divisible by 2 basic definition ती आहे. So it's a null set. Squares of natural numbers.
Infinite.
Infinite. If natural numbers are infinite, their squares will be also infinite. Coins used in India.
Infinite.
Infinite.
Infinite. Okay, C is a such that असं पण लिहितात ना, x बार पण देतात बऱ्याच वेळेला, such that x is a prime number between 7 and 10.
Null set.
Null set. Why? Because 7 is a prime number, 8, 9, 10 are not, but 7 cannot be included because it is saying between. So 7 and 10 are excluded. Planets of the solar system.
Finite.
Finite. Correct. किती planets आहेत आता? The following pairs of sets are disjoint. Which of them are disjoint?
First one is disjoint, sir.
Odd numbers less than 10.
Sir, it's not disjoint.
It's not disjoint. One is an odd number which is common, so it's not disjoint. What about second?
It's disjoint.
Yes, disjoint. But because birds are separate, trees are separate. What about third?
Not disjoint.
X is a fan of cricket and X is a fan of football. Mo?
Not disjoint.
But equivalent.
No. Why it is not disjoint? Why do you say that?
Sir, because you don't know if the the fan of cricket is like into football also, or like.
Okay. So the person who is a fan of cricket may be a fan of football also. But the problem here is it is not mentioned here. Only cricket, only football. असं नाही म्हणलेलं. So आता तरी आपण ह्याला disjoint म्हणू शकतो. Okay, we'll check the. Yes, it is disjoint for now at least. Okay, what about next?
Joint.
Not disjoint.
It's not disjoint because 5 is common. 5 is,
It is joint.
correct. People living in Calcutta and people living in West Bengal.
Not disjoint.
Not
Joint.
disjoint. Actually सबसेट आहे हा. Calcutta is a subset of West Bengal. पण actually ते कट केलंय तुम्ही म्हणताय. तर बघू आपण नंतर बघूया ते. ठीक आहे? All right. State whether the given pairs of sets are equal or equivalent. Okay? तेवढं सांगायचं आपल्याला. Equal or equivalent. What about first?
Equivalent.
Correct. Equivalent. Because 4, cardinal number is 4. What about second?
Sir, it is not equivalent. सर होल नंबर्स मध्ये 0 पण include होईल ना?
मग होऊ दे ना. But first 4 whole numbers, first 4 natural numbers. Cardinal number is 4. They are equivalent. They are not equal. Correct? What about second?
Sir, it can be both.
हाँ, म्हणजे yes, equal म्हणू आपण. Equal. Why? Because the letters are same. Equal आहेत ते. And we don't repeat them. So cardinal number is 4. And hence they are equal as well as equivalent. Equal or equivalent. So you need not write it again. Equal लिहिलं तरी चालेल. What about third?
Equivalent.
Equivalent.
Natural numbers less than 10 and odd natural numbers less than 9. करून बघा, लिहून बघा. Even natural numbers less than 10. कुठले येतील? 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, and O is odd natural numbers less than 9. So 1, 3, 5, 7. So yes, N of E is same as N of O. So they are equivalent. They are not equal. Okay, fourth.
Equivalent. Equivalent.
Starting with letter S. How many days are there?
Sir, 2 and with T also 2. तर मग equivalent.
Correct. Saturday and Sunday and T is a Tuesday and Thursday. Yes, equivalent. Very good. Equivalent. What about fifth? 2 and 3, huh? 2 or 3 nahi, 2 and 3.
तर म्हणजे 15 याचा मल्टिपल नाहीये तर मग ते काउंट होणार की नाही?
15 nahi honar. 15 is not a multiple of 2. It is a multiple of 3, but it says and. We have done this before. It's not or. So multiples of 2 and 3 between 10 and 20. So 12 and 18 are the only numbers. So N of M is 2. What about N? 2 and 5. Multiples of 2 and 5 between 10 and 20. None. There is no multiple of
Null.
yes 2 and 5 between 10 and 20. So null set hai. So obviously they are neither. पण त्यांनी असं कसं काय दिलं मग?
सर सेट P मध्ये फक्त 7 येईल ना?
Prime numbers which
7 and 5.
divide 70 exactly. कुठले prime numbers आहेत जो
Sir, it is a equivalent set. कारण की first P चं येईल 5 आणि 7.
yes बरोबर आहे 5 नाही prime numbers
Sir, आणि Q
2 पण येणार ना 2 is also there ना 70 can be divided by 2. It can be divided by 5. It can be divided by 7. Correct? So N of P will be 3.
सर आणि Q चं फक्त 5 आणि
Exactly.
5 आणि 3 फक्त.
5, 3 आणि 7 पण आहे. 7, 105 can be divided by 7 also. Yes. 15 sevens are 105. So 3, 5 and 7. So yes, N of Q is, so they are equivalent. तुम्हाला जर डाऊट असेल ना तर असं लिहून बघा. ओके, टेक टाइम, write the set, count the elements, write the number of elements, write the cardinal number and then compare. Okay,